Denise, you're going to be searching the old second-hand shops for the rare groove tracks, and the old vinyl.
All done.
Yeah. Second.
I thought it's all done. I've
done, yeah. Was you like? Did you download your Woolworths app and get the? All right, look.
You're performing on Friday night, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the area. I just talk. I'm in Barnes.
Barnes, darling. Yeah.
I'm with those folk on Friday.
Okay, darling.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be with the commoners. I'm going to be with rich ones.
Anyway, so yeah, folks, Friday night. I think the link is in the chat. Come along. I think even though there's judges, I think those that are in the chat can actually kind of do like a vote out of 10 or something like that. So please, please, please share it. Bring your mates on. Bring a bottle. Have a laugh. I don't drink, so I'm going to have a bottle of Schlur. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Would you like to introduce our next guest, please?
Oh my. I hope she realizes I don't have on your earrings. She knows me very well. So can I introduce? Because we talk about DJs, and this lady is an amazing female DJ, Empress Loucene, but I call her Lucy. Okay, but Empress Loucene is joining us, and she's going to be talking to us also about her life as a female DJ. Oh my God, darling.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the picture of Nubian queeness. Look at that. Look. This is man will kill to be with women like that. That is Rita Marley, Coretta King, all wrapped up in one. That is when, if you look at the dictionary, you say beautiful Nubian queen, that picture comes up.
100%.
But I'm just saying that's what it is. If that was on Tinder, that's not getting swiped. That's getting whatever you put on Tinder. Where is this? Bigger in. I want to. Look at you. Oh my days. Look at you. You are, listen, that's what I talk about. Don't get shy, sweetheart. Stop it.
I am, thank you so much. That's all I can say. Greetings.
I don't understand why women like you have exes. It don't make no sense to me. They make no sense. Did I say sex? Did that make no sense? And scene.
I'm lost for words now.
I think that you might upset somebody. I think somebody's upset.
Oh, really?
Yeah. JT, I think Joe's upset.
If it's an ex, I feel this that. You're not somebody else's game, son.
Oh right. Dear. I think you're causing problems. But anyway. Darling Lucy, thank you so much for coming on. The interesting thing was just the other day, you and I were having a conversation because this lady also plays out, and she was telling me about her recent experience at a venue that she put out quite recently. So I thought when we had this conversation and knowing what I'm going to be doing on Friday, she would be so appropriate to come on as a fellow female DJ and share her experiences. I'd love to. We talked about it, but I'd love you to tell our wider audience all about you.
Okay. First of all, greetings going out to one and all. Thank you so much for inviting me, Denise. Big up yourself, King. Pleasure meeting you. Before I start on that, Denise, can I just give you a little background into how I actually got into being a DJ?
Yeah.
Right. So like most Caribbean families, grew up with mum who absolutely loves music. It was one of those ones where every Saturday, you were taken down to Ridley Road Market. We hated going there every Saturday morning because you think been to school all week, you want to have a lie-in, but no, them times that you had to go to the market. So mum used to take us down to Ridley Road Market every Saturday morning. The record shop was always a must, always. So mum would buy music every single Saturday without fail. She had to have at least one tune that she bought. So she was an avid record collection. I didn't grow up with my dad, but spent most weekends with him. The same thing. Never saw my dad watch TV at all. It was all about music. So having that from both sides, that's where my love of music comes from. And mum was like, not only just reggae, she'd have a soul, Patsy Cline, and all those kind of female entities. That's where my love of music stems from. Mm-hmm. But obviously at the time I was just full joy in the music, didn't think anything else of it. Later on in years, I myself as well began collecting music, just love music, absolutely love music. For a long time, it was a way of coping with certain things that was going on in my life, because music could take you to a different place. So it was a coping strategy for me as well. Getting to the point where I actually became a DJ. So a good few years ago, I used to like a bit of raving. And I was out at this party, and I'm there and I'm singing along to the tunes and bubbling away and doing my thing. And there was this gentleman stood next to me, and he said to me, "What are you know every tuney?" So I was just like, "Yeah, 'cause I love music, Anyway, we got talking about music and everything else, and he said to me, there was a particular tune that he said he wanted to get hold of. And I said to him, "Oh, I've got it," kind of thing. And he looked at me shocked, like, "You've got that tune?" I said, "Yeah." So he said, "Oh, could you burn it off for me?" I said, "No problem." Anyway, arranged for him to pick it up. He came round to mine, saw my music collection, then told me that he was a manager of a radio station and I needed to be on radio. And I'm just like, not me. That's just not for me. I can't do it. I'm not that person. No. Anyway, he was so persistent. This went on for about a good 6-7 months. And he kept saying, "You need to be on radio. You can't have all this music here just wasting, you share some of the love and the joy." So then one day he turns up at my doorstep and he said to me, "Right, Empress, your slot is booked for Monday at 12. You're on Monday at 12. I'm coming to pick you up. I'm taking you to the studio and you're on." And I was just like, "I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it." Big up, Big Dave. I have to call his name.
One second.
Anyway.
Empress, one second.
Yeah.
How him end up at your doorstep? How you that?
Were you not listening?
No, I know you was at the party, yeah, and he started to say, and he said to you, "What a way you know a tune." So how him end up, yeah? Look at this face. Oh, I'll leave it. Go on.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Anyway, like I said, I arranged for him to pick up this CD that I'd burnt for him.
Okay.
So he turned up. He said, "Look, this is what's happening Monday, 12 o'clock. You're on. I'm gonna pick you up." So I was just like, "Oh, I can't do this," etc., etc., etc. Anyway, Monday came. Having had a few pep talks with a few friends and everything, they're just like, "Empress, go for it. You know you can do it. You've got this." So anyway, picked me up, got into the studio. That freaked me out. When you see all the equipment and everything else, it's just like, I was just thrown in at the deep end. Thankfully, he said to me, "You know what? I'll be here with you to help you control everything. I'll show you this, that, the other, and whatever." Ended up having a panic attack, couldn't breathe, couldn't talk. I just couldn't do anything. So the first show I did was actually just playing music. The following strong, he came in, he said, "Right, tell the time." So, every so often I say 11:13, play a tune. It's 11:16, play another tune. It's 11:30. So I went on like that for a while. Then he was like, "Talk about the weather." So as the weeks went on, that's how I kind of built up my confidence and everything else. And that's how I became a DJ.
Wow.
Right.
What do you play? What music do you
play?
I
play mostly reggae, but I like the old reggae. I'm not too into the newer stuff, but I will play it because that's what my audience like to hear. So I do a 3-hour show on Conscious Radio. The first hour is normally kind of upfront, more modern things. I try to cater for, you know, people, even if I don't like the music. It's all about the listeners. The second hour, I will go into maybe like something like Yellow Man, Barrington Levy, things like that. The third hour, between 8 and 9, that seems to be the most popular in my show. It's the part what I call the Old Foot Corner. That alone will tell you what I play in that segment, the Old Foot Corner. So that's like bringing back memories of the tunes that our parents and grandparents used to play. So that's that segment there. And as far as kind of my whole experience of being a female DJ, on the whole, it's been quite positive. There have been negative elements, however,
Like,
not only just from females as well. It can be very cliquey. If you're not in with the group, sometimes it find it difficult to kind of get places to play out at. So that's one of the obstacles that I've had to kind of overcome. Thankfully for me, you know, I play music because I feel joy playing music. I also play music. My show's called the Upliftment Show. So that will tell you that's what I'm all about. It's all about uplifting people, taking them to another level, showing them certain things, you know, showing them, you know what, it is all doom and gloom, giving them some hope, making them see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and just really kind of being positive, because it's so easy for us to kind of get bogged down and, you know, depressed about certain things. And also, as being Rastafari as well, it's also an opportunity for me to put out a message about Rastafari and our liberty as well. Not that I'm forcing it down anyone's throat, but it, you know, it gives people an insight into where I'm coming from, and you know, the things that I am mindful of, and the things that I'm wary of, and the things that I can see going on in the world. So I take the opportunity to do that. So for me, playing out isn't as much as I love playing out, it isn't the be all and end all of what I do the music for. First of all, it's because of the love of the music, and secondly, to put the message out there of hope and positivity and upliftment. So as I was saying, trying to get gigs, yeah. Sometimes people can be very cliquey. If you're not in that group, they're not going to ask you to play. And I think we need to kind of get away from that. Many a time I've been out, and not to say the DJs are not good, but you hear people say the alternative is just basically the same. You know, you hear the same DJs with the same music, but still you go out because you know what, you want to socialize and there's not much else to it. I think to a certain level, what needs to happen is people need to break out of the mold a bit and give other people a chance. You know, the cake is big enough for every single one of us, male and female, to have a slice of. And you will find that there are those that are not willing to do that, especially for females. I only really began playing out this year, can you believe? I mean, I've done a few parties, I've done a couple of clubs, but nothing consistent until about 3 weeks ago when I was asked to play out. And this is where that incident came into play, Denise, where let's just put it this way. I don't want to kind of disrespect anyone, but an agreement was made for the amount of time each DJ was going to play. Unfortunately, as the only female DJ on the on the platform, I was kind of sidelined a bit.
I know where this is going. You were rushed off, weren't you?
Yeah, basically, literally being counted down, one track to go. You've got that. Never happened to any of the other DJs. They were allowed to go on and play and play and play. The thankful thing for me was people turned up to see me. There was a lot of people that came to listen to me play. And it was just a case of, when are you going back on? When are you going back on? When are you going back on? And I, being the humble person that I am, I said, I'll be on soon. I'm not the type of person that will go up and make a fuss or disrespect anyone. I just hold my corner and let things kind of play out. Eventually, a male DJ who was on the bill came and said, "But Empress, ain't you supposed to be on?" And I'm just like, well, I don't know what's happening here. And eventually he went up and I was able to play. Now, from what I gather from that is, obviously, because I'm a female, they felt that they could and should be allowed to do what they did, because obviously they're male, and me, I'm a little newbie compared to them. They've been in the industry for quite a while. And also the fact that I think they were a bit kind of perturbed by the amount of people that actually came to hear me play. It was the response of the people that got them shook up in the first place, because when I first went on, it was like people just came from nowhere. In a club where people are spread out and just doing their own thing kind of thing, the DJ's playing, but their own. And then it was like, okay, Empress is on now. And everyone just kind of rushed to the front. The cameras were out and everything else. And I think that kind of threw them through, I'm not going to say them, one particular one off.
Okay.
And it went downhill from there. But I just kind of tried to be mindful of what I was there for, which was to entertain the people.
Okay.
I didn't want to get upset. I didn't want to get angry or annoyed about it, because then that would throw me off. So I focused on what I was there for.
Okay. 1 second. Let's, Quincy, you want to come in with?
You know what? This, unfortunately, is a trait, and as a man, that unfortunately my kinfolk do possess. And it's like I see, we're all grown around here, and there are still, unfortunately, DJs who are clinging on to a 20-30 year career, and it's that thing of we don't think outside of the box. You are on a radio station, you are consistently presenting, I don't know how many weeks you're on, but you have consistently performed, presented your show. So why wouldn't people, if they listen to you on the radio, why wouldn't they follow you in the in an event, in a dance? And there are times it needs to be called out. I think it needs to be called out, and I think that we don't need that in our industry. We give people their credits. Yeah, no, if you went on there and you flopped, then that's down to the promoter to turn around and say, yeah, look, I think you're suited for this time or whatever time. But if you're given a slot, respect the slot, and whoever went over that slot, they need to be outed. You know what I mean? That's up to you, but they need to be outed. And as a promoter needs to talk to them people there, respect the slot. Especially if I guarantee you probably sold a bag of tickets. Yeah. And the promoter, this is why it's about promoters. The promoters recognizing that how much tickets you sold. If I was the promoter and you sold a bag of tickets, you're playing.
Yeah.
And if you can't play, it's down to the promoter to say, like when I get booked for a gig, if they feel, no, let Quincy open or no, let Quincy close, I'm not, it's up to the promoter to determine. I've got to be professional and do my job. Same thing with you. Yeah. I just want to ask you, before we go to we've got 3 minutes, do you find that since you started DJing, the rise of the female DJ has really risen?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And how does it make you feel seeing all these women like Friendly Fire?
It's empowering. It really is, because for a long time it has been a male dominated. It still is. But it's so good to see the females flourishing in the way that they are. It's phenomenal. And they are so good. This is the thing about it. There's so many good females out there who are not given the opportunity to play out, who are not given the opportunity to shine, and who are kind of just left behind simply because they're female. They don't think they're good enough, or they can't draw a crowd in. It's a nonsense. It really is. It's a complete and utter fallacy. I was playing out with my good sister in Patsy G, Saturday night.
She's in the chat.
Yeah. Saturday night in Ilford with another female DJ, 2 other male DJs. And the place was just rocking. You know, from start to finish, it was just, the vibes was just so nice because we all just kind of balanced out each other. And that's what we need. We need a balance there rather than it being one-sided. You know? I love to see the female DJs coming up. I really do. And I wish they were given more opportunities.
Can you just, because we've got our next guest is due to come on, could you tell us a bit about your next give us a date.
Right, so my next one, unless I get something in between, will be on the 31st of March, which is Easter Sunday, which is down at the All Nations Bar. That's in Tottenham, N15, 4DW. Myself, Daddy P, Wisdom Hardcore, and the wonderful group Arima, they'll be on as well. So it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be really good. So that's the 31st of March, Sunday, 31st of March, Easter Sunday, down there at the All Nations Bar in Tottenham.
Can you put that in the chat on the YouTube chat?
I'll most definitely do that.
Yeah. And I can see Patsy G's in there, and she was saying the dance that you did was really good. And Pat Nelson said she was there too. So you've got some good support. So thank you, Patsy G, and thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, Pat. And can I just say a very, very, very big thank you to King Johnny Wonder and Wayne Cool, who have always just been behind me 100%. Also, Big Dave and all the Conscious Radio family as well. And my beautiful children, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to bring this conversation back because my phone's been popping off. And about the subject matter. Yeah. Right. So I think this is a conversation about women in the industry. And if you're up for it, I'll get you back on, and I'll get some other female DJs to just talk about the experience. And you need to be this topic needs to be discussed, definitely. All right. So respect to you, Angelo. It was all tongue in cheek at the beginning, and I mean, you're beautiful soul. Yeah.
Thank you ever so much.
Somebody quite jealous in the chat. I can see.
Oh, really? Oh, what have I started? What have you started?
No, what has he started?
Exactly.
You cause problems.
As a beard, we don't mix your words. We don't mix your words. You start. When we see same later.
I look forward to seeing you both very soon.
Take it easy. All right.
Okay, take care.
I'll give you a call, yeah? Take care.
Give thanks.
Bye.